Hi and welcome back to WeAreNeo. Today I want to plant some pineapples and also some palm trees in front of my property. Since I live in Costa Rica, I love eating fresh pineapples. And a little tip for you guys: if you want to buy fresh pineapple, look for the color turning from green to yellow, and then it tastes the best. And to grow it, you just rip off the head and put it in the ground, and then just wait 2 years until the new fruit grows. So let's start. So this is my pineapple collection. Pineapple is my absolute favorite fruit, and every time I buy a pineapple, I put the leaves into a glass full of water, and then it grows some roots like here. And I want to plant them on my property today, since I finally have water and the rainy season has already begun. That's why they have to get in the ground. My first pineapples are planted. I just dug a little hole and put them inside and put some water with my garden hose, which I finally have. Let's hope they grow. Today I want to take care of my wood pile, which is getting bigger and bigger, and now I even have a second one from the branches of the tree they cut down for my power lines. And I already wanted to burn it, but I didn't want to do it in the dry season because it could catch fire, so I waited until I have my water connection. And when I finally got it, it started to rain really heavily the last days, and everything was wet, so I couldn't do it. And today it was sunny, so I put them on the ground to dry. Some small branches, so I can burn them. And for safety reasons, I already connected my garden hose. If the fire gets too big. So let's see if it catches fire. So I piled everything up and set it on fire. It burned pretty good. Of course it smokes a little bit because it's still wet. And I'm going to put everything which is still dry from the one pile in the fire. So the half is already gone, and maybe the rest tomorrow, if it's not gonna rain. Burned pretty fast. The fire is growing. The other pile is getting smaller, but it's still so much. Phew, that's exhausting. But then it's finally out of the way. The fire is burning already for several hours. I always added some wood. But the other pile is still huge, and it really bothers me that I didn't burn it right away, because it's all wet and entangled and just really a lot of work until it's all gone. Now it's already dark and still burning, but I'm gonna stop now and just wait until the fire stops and watch the bonfire a little bit. Actually really nice. In the background you can hear the howler monkeys. That's how it looks after 3 days. The coal's still burning a little bit. I let it burn for 3 whole days and always added some more. And the fire never died down, despite some heavy rain. And that's how the pile looks now. It's gotten a lot smaller already, but it was really a mess because it was raining several times and everything was wet. It was really a big mistake to let it stay there for so long. But well, most of it is gone now, and the rest is just too wet, so I will just leave it there. The main thing is that I have enough space now to plant my plants. I just spotted 3 iguanas. 1, 2, and there's the third one. So something really funny just happened right now. I wanted to order some plants for the border of my property in the front to make like a wall out of plants with the name Planteras multiplex or multiplex. And I had already found somebody who was selling them for 9,000 colones each. It's like $16. But I would have had need at least 20 plants because I have like 20 meters of border. So that would have been pretty expensive. So I just were searching in Facebook Marketplace for fun, and I found one guy who was selling them for 2,500 colones, which is like $5, so much cheaper. And then I just wrote him a message. I'm like, yeah, I'm interested. Could you also transport them to my place? And he immediately answered like, yeah, sure. For $50, I can be at your place in half an hour. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't expect it to be that fast. Usually everything takes a long time here. So I didn't think long because sometimes you just have to take the chance, you know. I believe in fate. And yeah, then I told him, okay, just come. And then I had to get ready first. Like I had to put on some clothes and get my stuff. And when I got here, he was already almost there. Like he just arrived with his truck and unloaded his plants. And now I have 30 plants for in a total $180, which is really cheap for the transport because it's not so easy to get here. And yeah, that's how it looks. That's how the plants look. We just roughly put them in a line. They're still a little bit small, but he said in half a year they grow twice as big, so they will be up to 1 or 2 meters. So you can't look over them because we have the rain season now, so it grows really fast. So I have to measure them correctly now and then plant them. And as you can see, my property already got much greener in the last weeks. It was raining for the last 2 weeks and it's already green. It's really crazy. So that's the best time to plant something. So I dug a little hole here where the bag just barely fits. And then I rip it open. Put it in. And then I fill it back up with soil. And then I will flatten the earth with my shoe. The first wall is standing. I put a plant every 80 centimeters, so 10 on this side. And now I have to plant 10 on the other side. And the rest I will plant inside the property. That's how it looks finished. 20 plants in total. And I hope in 1 year they grow high enough so you cannot look inside. And here in the middle there's gonna be a gate, but it's not so important right now, for my driveway. And I put them so one car can still fit in the length. So that's where the parking spots are gonna be. And I think I will fit 6 cars easily. And I can drive all the way to the end. The few plants I still had left, I plant around my container. One is here, one there, and 3 of them there. Like a visual protection, because behind will be the first house, so it's a little bit isolated. Well, it's really getting green now. So I put up those 2 posts to mark my driveway. That's how my gate looks now. I just put a chain in between with a lock, so nobody can drive into my property. At some point I will replace this with a real gate, but for the beginning this is already enough. And here you can really see now how green everything has gotten within 1.5 months. It was completely dry, and now the grass is 1 meter high, which I really have to cut soon. There was my fireplace. I will show you the way to my container. It's really crazy how fast everything grows here. I really have to start cutting this stuff, otherwise this gets too much. And back here it's really green at my tree. Let's see how my pineapples look. Completely overgrown, you barely can see it. There's one. The rest is growing faster, but I think pineapple just takes a long time. They take 2 years until they grow a fruit. It's a real jungle here now. So, thanks for watching. As you can see around me, the grass is growing so fast that it was growing like that high in 2 months. So I really have to start cutting it before it gets too crazy. And in the next episode, I'm gonna design the roof for my container and start with the woodwork. And in the last episode, you can watch again how I connected the water meter and the electric meter. Until next time, pura vida.